Students, good morning. So today we are going for the story, that is the story of village Pallampur. So this is the topic in economics we have studied long back. So this is the revision I am going to share with you. So what is the story in the village of Pallampur? Can anyone say what is the story, the real story? Anyone have any?
Suppose the economic.
Anyone?
Answer. Ma'am, it is about the economic background of Pallampur. Ma'am, it is an imaginary village.
Very good. It is an imaginary village. It is an economic background. So what kind of sectors will come there? Others. Next. What kind of sectors will come there?
Primary and
very
secondary.
Primary
sector.
Primary sector.
Secondary sectors.
Primary sector. And what else?
Secondary territory
Secondary
sectors.
sector, territory
Okay.
sector.
Tell me one example which suits all the primary, secondary and tertiary.
Ma'am, agriculture.
Agriculture.
No, I want a simple explanation. Even the third standard student can understand. Who is giving that kind of explanation? Only one line, 3 words. All the sectors of Indian economy is enclosed in that.
Manufacturing.
For them, the special gift will be given.
Manufacturing.
See, third standard students doesn't know what do you mean by manufacturing, dear. Can you able to understand what I am telling? Third standard students doesn't know what is the meaning of manufacturing.
Environment.
A student can understand everything by the way how you share. Can you able to see the story of village Pallampur, my dears?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is the story. We all know very well. Just listen like a story. It is a story. Okay. I am asking you the 3 sectors. You know very well the 3 sectors are primary sector, secondary sector, and the tertiary sector. So I am giving you 3 words that will enclose all the 3 sectors in your whole life in an economy. So first you want to know the primary sector, the raw material, take cotton. Write the word cotton as a primary sector. Primary sector, cotton. Secondary sector, clothes. The clothes you wear, dresses. Third sector, tertiary sector, vehicle.
Once again, say from the primary sector, ma'am.
Yes, my dear, I will come from the beginning. First, the raw cotton from the primary sector, from the agriculture side, we are producing the raw cotton. Second, secondary sector. If you read these 3 words, your whole economy will be getting over. Secondary sector, dress or cloth. Tertiary sector. Tertiary sector, transport, vehicle. So that is the 3 sectors I said, isn't it? So what is the first sector? Primary sector, in that cotton. Secondary sector, cloth. Tertiary sector, transport. First primary sector, cotton. Secondary sector, cloth. Tertiary sector, transport or vehicle. All the 3 sectors is over. So you just think in your mind, raw cotton is the primary sector. Cotton will be developed in which place? In agriculture. Through agriculture, we develop the cotton. After the cotton is produced, we will transport that to the manufacturing industries. It is called as secondary sector. In the secondary sector, what we will do? We will spin the cotton, or we will make it as a thread, and we will accumulate all the thread into a dress or a cloth, and we will dip it in the dye, that is the coloring dye. Then after that we will give some designs. So there the real manufacturing happens, and after that is transported to the market through vehicles transport system. So cotton, cloth, transport. So cotton, panje, cloth, tuni, vehicle, vandi. These are all the three things which comes under the whole sectors of Indian economy. துணின்னு சொன்னேன்னா தேர்ட் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் குழந்தைக்கு புரியும். பஞ்சுன்னு சொன்னேன்னா தேர்ட் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் குழந்தைக்கு புரியும். So that is the minimum level of learning what you have to understand. The basic concept. Cotton, cloth, vehicle. So all these sectors is the economic sectors of Indian economy. So we are going to read only this base. So this is the base of the story of village Pallampur. Anyone is disagreeing? Raise your hands now. Fine. We will go to the points to remember. The story of village Pallampur is an imaginary village. It is partly based on the research study carried out by Gilbert Einstein of village in Bulandshahr district in western Uttar Pradesh. Now they are stating where is the place? It is an imaginary village. Okay. Status of basic, what is the real status? See, the system of roads, tertiary sector is coming, means of transport. So they are having well connected with the neighboring village. How they are going, bullock carts, tangos, this is and all the old way of transporting. Okay, motorcycles, jeeps, tractors, trucks. So I told vehicles, tertiary sector. So they are giving first importance to the tertiary sector because once the primary and the secondary sector is done, automatically your product has to be taken to the marketplace through these tertiary sectors. Okay. Then coming to the means of transport, bullock carts, all we have done. Then electricity. How about schools? How about healthcare centers? What kind of farming activities? Agriculture, livestock. Then what is the real chart of the village? Requirements, farming activities, non-farming activities. So what are the requirements for the production? In order to produce a product, what we need? Land, labor, physical capital, and the human capital. What are all the farming activities? Sustainability, fixed land, multiple cropping, labor, capital, surplus, and distribution. So what are all the non-farming activities? Dairy, shopkeeper, small scale transport. That's all. Village of Pallampur over. So what is the requirements of production? What is the need for producing a product? Land, labor, physical capital, human capital. You need, what do you mean by physical? All the requirements, that is the devices. And the farming activities, sustainability, how to retain the resources, how to retain the fertility of the resources, fixed labor, how it is fixed, how many types of cropping can be used, whether labor is essential, whether investment is essential, how far it is essential, whether we need more fertilizers, that is called surplus, more, whether we have to distribute our activities, that comes under farming activities. Non-farming activities, dairy, shopkeeper, transport, small scale. These are all non-farming, which is not farmed, which is not in the primary sector. That is called as non-farming. So whole story of village Pallampur lies in three key words: requirements of production, farming activities, and non-farming activities. So in the requirements of production, we need LL, that is nothing but land and labor. Two capital, physical capital and human capital. That's all. Requirements over. You have to define what is land, what is labor, what is physical, and what is human. Then farming activities. What are all the farming? Here also the same labor and capital are coming. So labor we need more or less. Capital we need more or less. That comes under surplus. So what kind of cropping we need? Whether the land is retaining its fertility, whether the land is a fixed land, whether the land can be cultivable. Those are all coming under farming activities. Non-farming activities. Pranita, please don't scribble. Non-farming activities. Dairy, shopkeeper, small scale, and transport. So these are all non-farming activities. Can you able to understand, my dears? So the village Pallampur lies in the requirements of production, farming activities, and non-farming activities. Yeah. It is given in this kind of flowchart also. So what is the factor of production? What is the farming activities? What is the non-farming activities? What is the land distribution? So now you have to draw this flowchart in your notebook. Time allotted for you is 5 minutes. Start doing.